to tonight's recap of Amazing Race All-Stars.
All right, so they were in Sri Lanka, and that is where they are staying, in Sri
Yeah,
Lanka.
they've been doing that recently. They have, like, 2 legs for one location.
I like that because, you know...
You get to see more of
exactly.
each place.
So they had to go to the Dutch Museum, and bummer, it doesn't open until the morning.
Yeah, because they were all departing the last pit stop in the wee hours of the morning, so they had to wait, and by the time it opened, everyone was caught up.
Right. Then, after they went to the Dutch Museum, they had to travel by train to a fuel station in Alawa, or Alawa.
There was a lot of train travel in this episode.
That is the preferred mode of transportation besides those crazy little tuk-tuks.
Oh my gosh. So...
Those drivers are crazy.
Yeah, let's talk about the roadblock this week. It was called Fill Her Up.
And it was filling up 4 tuk-tuks with 3 liters of gas each.
Yeah.
But not just any old tuk-tuk.
No. One person from each team had to find 4 tuk-tuks in their color.
Right.
Their team color.
Not the color of the car. The color of a little decal in the front. So...
Rachel was confused for a while.
She thought it was the color of the car, which it was not.
Green! Come here! Green!
It was painful to watch because she was like, what am I doing wrong? And then John thankfully told her and put her out of her misery, and then she was like, oh, Brendan!
Yeah, so the challenge was really tricky because there were only 2 pumps available.
Right.
So there were tuk-tuks everywhere, and everyone was like trying to get theirs up to the pump.
Jamal and Carolyn got into a little gas fight a la
Zoolander.
Zoolander, yeah.
Wake me up!
Alright, so Big Easy, holy crap, he's so huge next to these tuk-tuks. First of all, he doesn't even fit in them. Second of all, he could have picked them up and did...
twirl it on his finger.
Yeah. Alright, so Brenchel was last leaving that activity, and they were missed the train.
Hopping onto another train, and they almost missed it. But they didn't. So everyone was on the same train.
On the train to the Elephant Sanctuary.
Ooh, this place looked amazing, and it was the site of this week's detour.
I love elephants. They are such noble creatures.
Yes, so this week the teams could either pick between Trunk or Sheets.
Well, Trunk was hooking up some logs, 3 logs specifically, so that the elephant could load them onto a truck.
Yeah.
And you had to do 3 yourself. That was kind of,
strenuous.
yeah, really strenuous.
But I think it was faster than Sheets, where you had to load up some elephant feces in a wheelbarrow, and you had to process that into some awesome paper.
The paper really looked like,
quality.
How is this ever elephant feces at one point? Because it looked really beautiful.
Yeah, and you had to make 5 sheets.
Alright, so the poop paper was kind of by default because there was only 4 chains. So the Globetrotters did that, Brenchel did that, the Singers did that.
Yeah.
The Globetrotters used their hands. They were really getting in there.
A couple people were really getting in there. But they said that elephant poop doesn't smell.
No, it doesn't, but it's still feces. Alright, so the paper side was really hard of this.
I think it was difficult at first, but then once you got the hang of it,
bubbles were unacceptable.
Yeah, everyone was forgetting to, like, flatten it out.
You don't want those ladies going,
Yeah.
So, father-son on the elephant side of the roadblock had some trouble. Yeah, they had trouble with the chains. They weren't like the cowboys zipping through that, like hooking up animals with chains all the time.
You had to tie up those chains just right so there wasn't too much slack.
That's right, because the elephant picked this thing up in its mouth, which was really incredible.
Yeah, so then after the detour, they continued on to a rest house.
Where there was this crazy old wise man, they called him, playing a flute.
Ron Burgundy style.
Yeah, it was jazz flute. The thing was almost on fire. The guy was like, this is probably the biggest audience he ever had in his whole life. He was just like really digging it. He was like, sit here while I play my concert for you.
Yeah, so they went, they listened, they got the clue, and then they moved on to the pit stop.
To the pit stop is right. Along the way, there were 2 of the taxi drivers that were brothers. What are the chances?
I know.
Seriously. So it was a neck and neck race to first place between Leo and Jamal and the Cowboys.
So the pit stop was at Mount Lavinia Hotel Beach.
Right, and the Afghanimals edged out the Cowboys.
Yay!
The whole way there, it was crazy. They were passing each other, but
it looked pretty hectic.
it did. And dangerous.
Yeah.
The Afghanimals won a trip to Berlin.
Oh, Berlin, baby!
They love me in Berlin. Let's go dancing.
Yeah, so of
Right.
course the Cowboys were right behind in second.
And another foot race between Jessica and John and Dave and Connor for third and fourth.
Jessica and John edged them out for third.
They beat an old man. Great.
Really?
Yeah. Then Brenchel, then the Globetrotters, who kind of got sent in the wrong direction
Yeah,
by one of the other cab drivers, which
I
kind of
think it was
sucks.
Dave and Connor's cab driver.
Yeah, that's not cool. Then Carolyn and Jennifer came in last, and they were so sad and poor, and of course Phil faked them out because
Yep.
it's a non-elimination.
What?
Yo, you gotta do a speed bump next time, ladies.
Yeah, also next time they're going to Rome.
What?
That's so awesome.
And they're going to be gladiators.
Scary. It looks like it's going to be a real sprint to the finish, so it's going to be exciting.
I'm excited. This whole season's been great. So, until next time, much love.
Edit.